Can you hear? I keep on falling in and out alone with you. Sometimes I love ya. Sometimes you make me blue. At times I feel good. Sometimes I feel used. Hold on, guys. I'm fixing something. Loving you, darling, makes me so confused. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never loved someone. All right, we're ready. We are ready. Let's fix our hair. This is our workout hair. Okay, let me quit messing around. I was going to go do something, and then I was told I'm doing something else right now, which is what I'm doing. We are going ahead and going live. We're doing a Blu-ray update. I asked what the Blu-ray update was going to be about. What I heard is massive timeline accelerations and shifts. Hold on to your panties. We're about to hit warp speed. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. Whew. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not allowed to relax. I'm sorry, Elijah. Elijah's like, I was going to relax too. No, that's not allowed. I said, not allowed. So let me turn on my fan so that I can get extra, extra. Okay, let me quit. Let me seriously quit before I hurt myself. Okay. Here goes, guys. Here goes. This is probably going to be something super intense, but you already know. You already know. When are my readings not intense, right? I'm just an intense person. You know this. You know this. I'm not worried. I know that you know that I know that you know. All right. Sometimes I love ya. Ooh, I feel like this is going to involve something with Lemuria. Oh, pixie dust. I dropped it. Well, I'm going to keep those two out because, those fell out. They singled themselves out already. Oh, that's right. I don't like to use this deck because it's hard for me to shuffle it. My long ass alien fingers are useless when it comes to this deck. It's a type of cardstock, is what it is. Oh my god. Okay, here goes. A couple from there. And then we're gonna bring this deck out maybe later. Maybe this later as well. We definitely need some alien stuff up in this mix. All right. I'm already getting nervous. I'm already getting nervous. Can you guys just can you sing something for me so I could just calm down? I'm already nervous. It's the perfect energy to work out with. And I'm saying it's perfect workout energy. All right. Okay. We're gonna try and go through this real good. Okay. So all right. Let's save this for another time. There. All right, let's get started. soul star chakra merging with the divine. So a merger is taking place. I could already feel that. Um, it's something that is very, very unique. It's a unique type of energy. And it's something that definitely cannot be, um, it can't be avoided or ignored. It has to be properly addressed if you're going to properly address it. Does that make sense? I'm serious. It has to be properly addressed. Ooh, claim your first karma trophy. What? What the hell you say me? Claim your first karma trophy. What the frig? What does that mean? Endless opportunities. Look at that. All of these self-contained opportunities to go through morphogenetic change, metamorphosis, all of these different things that are necessary for you to grow as an individual, right? I was thinking, what, okay, so I was in the middle of doing something, and then I'm like having these thoughts about the electric and magnetic and the electromagnetic. And electromagnetic is a merger of the electric and magnetic, the receiving and the pushing and the receiving and the pushing. And it was this thing of suddenly Michael's telling me I'm not self contained, which ties into this card, right? This thing of being told that I'm not self contained. And then I was told that massive timeline accelerations are going to occur. It's going to create shifting and that I need to go live. So I don't know in advance what this reading is going to be about. I'm kind of just like, okay. So there's this intertwining, right? I see this light right here. Something is blossoming, and I see that light right there. And then it reminds me of this light right here. So it's almost like a projection of telepathic communication, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Throat chakra, express your truth. So, like I said, communication of some kind. It is some soul based type of communication. It has to do with karma. It has to do, and karma is not punishment for those who are unaware. Karma is frozen light code. Light code are your learning crystals, right? This is how you learn. So, this is a lesson that's coming forward because you need to learn something with someone. I don't know what you need to learn, but you need to learn. You know what I mean? You need to learn something. This is a lesson that's circled back around, and now you can't avoid it at this point. Crown chakra, the unlimited self. So the communication is going to rise up from the throat and be projected out the third eye, only to circle back around and come into your crown. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Michael's like, I'm not paying attention to the numbers. I'm doing the reading right now, not you, but I wasn't paying attention to the numbers. So 23 endless opportunities, right? All of these endless opportunities to do things. Ooh, oh, this is powerful. Look at her and then look at the flower. They're one and the same, except this one, the identity is visible. The other one, they're still hiding away with their leopard print. I wear leopard print. Okay, stop it. That shit's sexy. I'm saying this is someone is still hiding away. They're hiding away. They're hiding their identity, but there's a reconnection that's taking place. So 23, this is sanctioned by Melchizedek. This is a Melchizedek process that's occurring. Now, then we have card number 7, 7 being the number of completion. Look at butterfly and all of these self-contained butterflies, right? And this is kind of just really telling me that these are conversations that are already being had telepathically. Well, here's the thing, someone's growing some wings. I don't know, maybe wings are the etheric counterpart of a ball sack. They're growing, their testes are descending, they're finding their masculine courage, and maybe they're going to have a conversation with you. I don't know. I don't know. And then 9 is a number, obviously, of divinity, right? So this ties into this sense that whatever this is, it's being sanctioned by divinity itself. So we're going to have a real talk right now. Real talk time. Real talk time. So the real talk has to do with the fact that if you are thinking that this is going to kind of go into some space that is, romantical or whatever it is, I don't know that it will. I'm not saying that it won't. I'm saying that I don't know that I don't sense anything about this reading that is telling me that this has to do with romance. What this reading is telling me is that things are going to be fast tracked at this point, and the souls that came here to help with the fast tracking process, you're being activated. Ping, ping. What the hell is that? Is there a package arriving today? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Let me just check because someone just ding donged and no one should be ding donging. Oh, let's get real here, girl. You have ding dongs every day. Every day the door ding dongs because you order something every day. Ah, is it my workout gloves? My leopard print workout gloves. It's been delivered. I'm not joking. I'll show you. Yo, I cannot make this shit up. I got some leopard print workout gloves. Bitches, what? What? I got fucking style. And look, I'm developing calluses and shit. That hurts. It hurts. And so I got leopard print workout gloves. I'm serious. It's right at my door. Just in time. Right after this reading, I'm going to actually go to the gym. So I'm going to use it. It's back day today. So, that scared me, I'm saying. So healing is being allowed to occur. Okay. All of this additional stuff that's happening, it's being allowed to occur. You know what I'm saying? It's being allowed to occur. And you need to allow it. Bottom line, you need to allow it. Just allow. Allow it, allow it, allow it. Okay. So this might have to do with twin stuff. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Let me ask my son to go get my gloves. This has to do with Lemuria. Hi, baby. Could you please get my Amazon package at the front door? Can you bring it to me? Oh, you did? Can you bring it to me, please? I want to try it on. Bye. So, card number 37, Mount Shasta. This is something that's really, really just, there's so much that is being allowed to occur. Like so much, so much. And what's happening has to do with the timelines shifting, like being. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Because that's all I really wanted to protect was that part of my hands. Oh my God, stop. And they have a little bit of padding, so that's definitely good. There, oh, and then they have these little tabs. Oh, I really like this. I really like this. I really, really like this. We're going to have to lift really heavy today just to celebrate. It's cute. It feels good. So let's just set those aside. Let's just set those aside. So, okay, going back to what I was saying. There's a lot of coding that's being allowed to trickle in, galactic code that's trickling into the planetary grid through Shasta. And whatever this trickling in is doing, it's accelerating things even further. So I'm not sure what needs to happen on your end, but it's something that's going to require some solar plexus chakra activation. 4 is the number of the self, right? So this is you finding your personal power. For those who can't find their personal power, what's going to end up happening is you're going to fall to the wayside. Let me just be real. Let me just be blunt. Let me be real. You're going to fall to the wayside. And the reason you're going to have to fall to the wayside is to keep you or put you in a place that's so uncomfortable that you're not willing to stay there. So for those who are, I feel like I got to wear it just so I could feel badass real quick. For those who are, it feels like my hands are wearing V-strings. You know what I'm saying? G-strings are to me, because I used to work in lingerie. I know, right? V-strings are a little sexier than G-strings, in my opinion, simply because you have that little V of fabric that kind of just, it's a little tease. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm actually wearing them to break them in. They feel a little bit stiff right now. So this is going to be a very uncomfortable type of process for the people who are still afraid to step into their personal power. If you can find the courage to step into your personal power, and let me just disclaimer, stepping into your personal power has nothing to do with acts of aggression. Right? Has nothing to do with acts of aggression and everything to do with you being able to discern and then decide. Ooh, let that sink in. Discern and then decide. First, you have to know the options that are being presented to you and the ramifications of whatever option you choose before you decide which one you're going to pick. Okay. Discern and then decide. And if you're not going to be willing to do that, then you know what I'm saying? You have to be willing to be so uncomfortable that it pushes you into a new space, into a new place of being. You have to. And if you're going to allow yourself to feel very, very broken and stay in that mental brokenness because you've been made uncomfortable, because you've been told or shown by your soul, forced by your soul to grow, then, I mean, I don't know. Let me not be harsh with my words today. Let me not be harsh right now. But if you're very sensitive and you don't want someone, speaking powerful truth to you, it might be a good time to click off this channel, at least for this video. You might not want to finish this video because I will most likely trigger you. And after this disclaimer, I'm not going to give a fuck if you're triggered. I'm serious. I'm not going to give a fuck if you're bothered by something I say, because I just gave you the disclaimer. Things are about to get very real and very raw through the rest of the reading, because this is telling me that a realness and a rawness needs to be allowed to rise up to the surface. We got to clear away the unnatural fragrances right? I think a lot of what people do during their spiritual development is they use too many unnatural fragrances to make themselves appear more spiritually attractive, more spiritually appealing, to provide a more enhanced spiritual aesthetic. Just take a fucking shower. Just take a shower. Cleanse yourself. Use some soap. They have this it's like a washcloth, but it's made of kind of like loofah type of, it's not fabric. It's some knit type of material, and it's a washcloth. And that exfoliates you. Gets all your bullshit off. I'm telling you, like, if you were to ever meet me in person, you should ask me to touch my skin. My skin is so soft, it's ridiculous. Because I exfoliate. That's all you got to do is exfoliate. Okay? That's all you got to do is exfoliate. Get all the dead skin off of you, all the unnecessary. Allow your growth to be witnessed, to be seen, observed by other people. Okay? This is something that you have to get comfortable with, because if you allow yourself to remain in a space of fear of discomfort, you're going to be stuck where you're at right now. I promise you, if you were happy, you would not be online. Too much truth at once. I'm sorry. Totally serious. Too much truth at once. I'm sorry. Okay. When I'm frustrated with my life, I'll use myself as an example so it's less abrasive. When I'm dissatisfied with some aspect of my life, when I'm upset, I have a tendency to watch more content on my phone, on my laptop. I'll look for things to either help me figure things out or to preoccupy my brain so I don't have to deal with something that I don't want to deal with. Right? So that's the thing. What are you avoiding right now in the time that you're spending space with me? Sharing space with me, spending time. What are you avoiding? Are you avoiding something, or are you just kind of in a place within yourself now where it's like, you feel like you get these banger truths whenever we sit and chat? And that's a powerful thing. You're not avoiding, you're actively seeking a deepening and ripening of your understanding of yourself. Not that I'm an expert of you, but that my words are inspiring that process within you. So, what is your reasoning? Where are you right now? Why are you here? And it's not that you're not welcome here. It's that I love you to the degree that I want you to be consciously aware of why you're here. Are you here as my equal, seeking a ripening of your truth? Or are you here, a visitor of my sanctuary, because you need a break from the world? You just need a break. And it's okay if you just need a break, but you have to be honest with yourself with why you're here, what you need a break from, what are you struggling to process. Struggle is not evidence of weakness. Struggle is you being made aware that you have to put more effort, more time, more energy into something that's not coming so easy to you. It means you are actively learning and growing. That's what struggle means to me. When I struggle, I know I am actively learning and growing in this moment. I'm actively doing it because I'm struggling. It's not something that I've processed before, and that's why it's not easy for me, right? All right. So, freedom. Card number 25. Freedom. Allowing yourself to reach a space of personal freedom. Freedom from your self-condemnation. Freedom from all sorts of different things, right? Just total freedom. Allowing yourself to be who you are. No longer trying to play a role for someone to impress them, or maybe to intimidate them, or maybe to prove to them that you're worthy of existing. So many of us struggle with accepting that we are worthy of existing. Let me lay it straight for you, okay? There is an essence that is so profound, no human brain could ever possibly truly and fully comprehend it. It's something so omnipotent, omnipresent, omnipowerful, omniloving, just omni all the way around, right? That's what co-signed your existence. That's what believed in you to the degree that you came into physical form. What the fuck does it matter if people don't accept you? You know what I used to have to tell myself? I used to have to remind myself, um, the people who hate you right now, the people who are attacking you because they don't understand you, give them time. It's going to take them time to understand and realize the gravity of your existence. If you give them time, they'll come back when they're ready and they will worship you. So sometimes I remind myself that. Not because I need a reminder that people will worship me, not because I want people to worship me, but because I need to respect people's time and process. They need to go through the process that will help them to understand that they don't get a say in whether I exist or not. They don't. They don't get a say in that. No one gets a say in what your worth is. Only you determine that. And you can agree with someone if they feel like your worth is not as much as what it should be, and you agree with that, then it becomes validated. But it takes your agreement. It takes you co-signing that. So what have you been co-signing? What have you been allowing other people to convince you about yourself? What have you been letting other people tell you is the truth about you? Someone that they don't have the capacity to understand. I used to let people tell me the person that I am. And then one day I just realized, how could they really tell me who I am if they don't even know who they are? They have no idea about themselves or their life, yet they want to be an expert in me, someone who they don't know. They can't. Because even if they try, I won't allow. I won't allow. It requires me believing what you say for what you say to become valid for me. Were you aware of that? That unless you believe what someone else is telling you, their words have zero validity. It's not valid. So then comes this thing of, why are you believing them? Because you don't know what to believe about yourself? Take the time to get to know yourself then. See, I had to take the time to get to know myself. I had to take the time to be able to give myself permission to get to know myself. That alone, that getting to the point where I'm giving myself permission, that took a lot. That took a lot. That was a huge process. So sometimes much of your process will be in the giving yourself permission to be in a process. That part is very, very hard. Card number 31, home. So someone's going back home. That can mean so many different things. That can possibly mean, loss of life. I mean, that's a pretty severe, extreme interpretation, but someone could be heading back home in that sense. Someone can be finding home within you where they're choosing to interact with you again, For some, it could be something where, a family member, a loved one, is very gravely ill. And so the stress of that, because it's stressful when family's sick, and the stress of that is what's causing them to seek you out, because you are this calm space, you are home to them, right? So someone's finding their way back home to you. Power of sound, but there's nothing to hear. See, sound in reverse. Power of sound, Vega past. Excuse me. An essence was released silently. This power of sound, in the past, an essence was released silently, and it created an imbalance. That imbalance carried forward into the present, seeking karmic balance. Card number 63, Pleiades, present. Right? We're all in our little bubble, trying to read and learn as much as we can, failing to recognize or acknowledge that true learning comes from experience, hands-on experience. Mm-hmm. So there's a karmic balance that's being restored, right? Karma is learning, it's a lesson, and there's lessons needing to be learned. Whatever these lessons are, they lead to enlightenment, because right now we're not very enlightened. And there is something, well, we're enlightened, but we are refusing to acknowledge and accept our natural intrinsic state of enlightenment. Yes. Just because you've struggled to accept, to embrace aspects of yourself, does not mean those weren't parts of you to begin with. So it's a very real sense that I'm feeling right now, of something trying to prevent our um, conscious enlightenment, our cognitive realizations, awareness of our heightened capacity, right? So, card number 97, enlightenment, zeta, reticuli, future. And it's almost like this thing of pixelations, an attempt to cause, I don't know, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. Zetas. Zetas are known for having done so much genetic manipulation that they completely corrupted their genome, their species genome, the original template for their healing and reproduction and all of that. And so I don't really want to get into that subject matter. I just don't. Well, because a lot of people had to submit to that protocol, and I don't want to create unnecessary fear. What's done has already been done. I'm not really comfortable with that. So, hypothetically, okay? Hypothetically, if I were to if I were to offer an event, a virtual event where I will work on those where theoretically the emphasis of the event, the focus of the event is to correct the etheric genome injuries, distortions, code disruptions that occurred due to the poke. If I were to do that theoretically, hypothetically, however you want to phrase it, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to publicly talk about it. I don't feel like it's something I should talk about publicly. It has to do with this card, the pixelations, the distortions in coding, the compression that's causing the pixelation. So, Ocean's wondering, what if there is a person that exists that has the capacity to override the distortions in genetic code, distortions that are caused by inorganic, unnatural manipulation of genetics? What if? How would the world function at that point? Would it be something that would help? It's like when you're communicating between an Android and an Apple phone, an iPhone, and you're sending images, you're sending videos, and it's so compressed that there's no clarity in what's being transmitted. There's no clarity in the communication. And I feel like for many of us, if there was further clarity, there would be further peace, right? So for some of us, we've had a lot of things that have happened that have caused distortions in the coding. Your code, your personal code. For some, you've had to submit to various medical processes that have altered the genetics to some degree. I kind of sort of want to stop with that topic altogether. Michael asks me why. Because so many eyes are watching. Hmm. All right, graduation, Earth, future. Graduation, Earth, future. It's this thing of there is a completion of certain programs, certain types of learning cycles, certain types of things. I don't know how to classify them. I don't know how to classify them without detriment to self. But there's going to be this thing of reaching a higher level of awareness, of understanding, right? Could you have this distortion without receiving? You could. You could. There is this thing that happens where people shed their genetics. And if they're handling food, I don't, let me stop. We can talk about things like this to a greater depth in the soul sanctuary. We could definitely talk about things like that during our exclusive chats. Those are not the types of conversations that I feel comfortable having on a platform like this. I do not feel comfortable doing that on a platform like this. It would have to be something where, yeah. So card number 11, pioneering spirit, Lyra, passed. So for quite a few of you, you are that pioneering spirit. You came from Lyra. Okay. You came from there and you were part of certain things. And so, oh my Lord, Phoenix codes are being activated. 1 second. When I'm lost, losing ground. Whoa, Phoenix planet. There's a Phoenix constellation and okay. Something about a Phoenix planet. Okay. Planets with two suns may be common, and many of them may have been born from the ashes of one of their dying stars. So a Phoenix planet is created from the ashes of the dying star. Is this like multidimensional information? Intradimensional or multidimensional? I don't think this is information that is appropriate for a public live stream. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing? I knew it. I knew it. That wasn't even Michael. That's a mimic. Carrying on with the reading, I'm not discussing things that will create a detriment to myself and my safety. Card number 41, guilt. That's what was trying to be attempted on me right now, trying to guilt me into sharing things that are inappropriate for this platform. Yeah. Same type of message. Had these messages been shared in the past, worlds would not have fallen. Motherfucker, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. It's not my job to be everyone's savior. I don't have a savior complex. You know what I mean? And part of the way you prevent parasitic things from having their way with you is by really looking your ego in the eyes. Look it eye to eye and begin recognizing some of the points of exploitation that can be utilized by parasitic attempts to breach your field. I don't have any type of savior complex. I have minimal struggles with guilt and shame because I know who I am. I know how I live my life. I live my life with integrity, especially when no one is watching, when no one is looking, when no one has any way of finding out. Okay. So there's nothing for me to try to prove to other people, to try and, yada, yada, yada. Right. So this is definitely something you have to make sure. There's a lot of attempts to really just, I don't know. It's this thing of trying to get you in a space where you are compromised. No, I don't need to share things to try and prove to you how much I know. Who cares how much I know? Who cares? Who cares? I'm not one of those people that, needs to give information just to increase my clout. No, you got the wrong one. No. Mirror reflection, again, zeta reticuli, future. This is what we're heading towards. We are becoming a mirror of the zetas. I'd say we're about 2 generations away from that. 2 generations of genetic manipulation, endocrine disruption, and all sorts of different things. Yep. 2 generations. We already have this generation, the most recent, the COVID babies. One more generation after that. Just saying, right? Lemuria era, Earth past. So Lemuria, there were 2 stars. The sun is a star. Wait. The sun is a star. Who fuck? The sun may have a long lost twin. Now a pair of researchers has offered a new take on this far out mystery. Our sun has a long lost twin and the 2 stars spent there, blah, blah, blah. June 23rd, 2020, Nemesis Theory. Nemesis Theory proposes that there is a second sun in our solar system, a Death Star that will one day cause mass extinction on Earth. November 20th, 2018. Astronomers may have just discovered our sun's long lost identical twin. August 18, 2020, was our sun a twin? If so, then planet 9 could be one of many hidden planets. Our sun had a companion, and there could be many undiscovered dwarf planets in the outer solar system. All because I searched, did the Earth once have two suns? So she's a runner, she's a track star. Just saying. There were once two stars. And if what information I'm getting right now is it's this thing of one of the stars was affected. A lot of it was harvested as part of the weaponry for Atlantis. I cannot talk about this shit on this live stream. Notice how she's in a grid. It's pulling her back. Away from what? The second star? Card number 83, Common Ground Hybrid Parallel. Common ground. There's so many common ground between what? There's a common ground between the past and the future, having to do with Lemuria, the Lemurian era, and then self-observance, Lyra and Earth. That's 20. That's 2 tenfold. So 10 folded twice. 11, 2. This is guiding us towards something. 47, 83, 67. 4 and 7 is 11. 8 plus 3 is 11. 6 plus 7 is 13. 11, 11, 13. The rise of the divine feminine. We're at the cusp of that. No. Hold on. I'm going to have a panic attack. Lovely. I'm going to have a panic attack. Here. What's his name? Hold on. Have you heard of Simeon? Simeon Toko? When was he born? Okay. I got to leave that alone. Real Michael's finally here. Where the fuck have you been, bro? Has to do with commit. This is too much info for a live stream. This is just far too much info for a live stream. So, okay, Lemurian era, hybrid parallel, and self-observance. It's a lot of info coming through. Okay. It's a lot of info coming through. There is a rise of a divine feminine. About to find her way back home. Okay. There is a rise of a divine feminine. It has to do with something that could have happened during the Lemurian era. Just, you know, a lot of stuff. Card number 45, long-term goals. There have been long-term goals to distort and disrupt our natural progression, right? It has to do with the Sangreal. Card number 10, energy transmission, Arcturus parallel. There's a parallel, and they are trying to get this parallel to fall back in alignment with what we're supposed to do. There was a Nexus event, and the Nexus event is being corrected. And so this energy transmission is using the laws of reciprocal reflection because we are on the same spectrum, right? We're just at a different point of positioning within that same spectrum. Reflection can be applied. This Urafim. Ooh, 555. It has to do with the aura. I don't know. Card number 57, leap of faith, Orion present. So there are things that are falling away from this process, right? And we have to take that leap of faith. We have to jump skip through this. We might not have all the information, but we have to really hold very, very tight to our integrity and our purpose, because that's the very thing that will get you to where you need to be within this process. Whatever this process is, it's very intense. It's going to continue to intensify. It's not going to be more easy. And you're going to have to release your stubbornness when it comes to the process that you're in, right? You can remain stubborn for things that are violating your sovereignty. But here's a news flash. It's not a violation of your sovereignty if you don't want to listen to what your soul says. Your soul has higher rank than you. Your soul is the sovereign. You are merely an avatar of the sovereign. Get that straight out, straight it out. Okay. So when it comes to, your sovereign right to free will, that has to do with the soul, not the human being. Not the human being. Okay. Card 104, leaving home at Sasani. See, this has to do with something that was initiated eons ago. And it's tying into a lot of the manipulations in our genetics and all of that. Okay. It also ties into the very clever release of spirituality, new age concepts, the manipulation and piggybacking on genuine, authentic esoterica, manipulating that, only taking snippets of it that really will help to sell whatever you're trying to sell to the masses, but you're not giving the entirety of it, right? And all of this was started, this attempt to prevent the natural progression, the natural evolution of our human consciousness. This stems all the way back to the burning of Alexandria, the library, the great library in Alexandria. It stems way back to that. It goes way, way, way back to the war that was waged against the Nazarene Essenes, the Essenes in general, the Cathars, the whole shizbammels, yo, the whole thing. They wanted to erase that information because if you don't get the original source, you have no choice but to believe the watered down manipulation that is being presented now. You want an example of this? Okay, high vibe. That's an example of it. That's a massive example of it. We're told that we have to have a high vibration. Raise your vibration for positivity and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no. The laws of the oscillation rate, those are inversely connected. Oscillation and vibration are inversely connected. What does that mean? The higher your vibration goes, the lower your frequency goes. They're like a seesaw. When one goes up, the other goes down. And the goal is not to have a high vibration. The higher your vibration, it affects the molecular spin. It affects your electron spin. It affects your magnetism and your, bioelectricity. It affects all of that. You're no longer electric. You're now magnetic. You're pulling in. You're becoming more dense. You're giving up rungs on your spiritual ladder. And you don't even know. You don't know because how are you supposed to know? Where are you going to get this information from? How are you supposed to know? They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. Who cares what they want and don't want? Know it anyways. Know it anyways. So I say this, but I don't know if I say it enough. I'm actually not a tarot card reader. I use tarot cards to kind of help, not very well, but help focus my thoughts as I'm pulling in messages and sharing it, right? I'm not actually a tarot card reader. What I actually am, my day job, is a quantum chaotic morphogenetic engineer. This is what I specialize in, not tarot cards. I can do tarot cards. I can do them pretty well, actually. But that's not my day job. It's not. So how do I know this? Well, I was born with the information still. It was still intact. So whatever they attempted to do to hide this information from us, it really don't work. It really don't work because I have the memories intact. I have it intact. Okay. And yes, it has to do with your bandwidth. It absolutely does, in your capacity to utilize your bandwidth to the greatest degree, right? If your hardware does not line up with the capacity of your bandwidth, then you're not going to have the full capacity of what you can do. You're just not. That's like using Wi-Fi on a dial-up level Macintosh. Do you remember that? Do you remember those computers? Like, that's how it communicates. Yeah, there was no Wi-Fi. There was no Wi-Fi. There weren't even any cables. You plug in your phone jack, and you're trying to use that to what? To what? What are you gonna do with that? Move your turtle? Play Oregon Trail? Don't die on the trail. I'm just saying, that's why you have to allow yourself to go through the process of upgrading your equipment. Atlantean era. Missing link. Hold up. It's a fucking countdown. 47, 48, 49. 11, 12, 13. 11 is a recognition of a journey about to take place. 12 is the first steps of the journey. 13 is the mother come home. Something's about to happen. And I think the missing link has to do with the missing star. Are you aware that the sun is a holding repository? It's a receptacle for excess consciousness that can't be hosted on this planet. Why do you think they've been trying to get you to block your ability to take in the sun? They will tell you it causes premature aging and all sorts of different things, right? While they encourage you to slather carcinogens, known carcinogens on your skin. Titanium dioxide, that's a known carcinogen. No joke. Also an endocrine disruptor. It wreaks havoc on the human body. This has to do with what happened in Atlantis. They did something that affected that secondary star. The missing link is buried on Earth. And I think it has to do with the Sphinx. This is going to end badly. I don't even have to wish a motherfucker would, because these motherfuckers are already doing shit. Like, go ahead. Go ahead. You don't know what you're unleashing. You think you do, but you don't. That's fine with me. Absolutely fine with me. La, la, la. All right. So there's a lack of integrity. Okay. There's a lack of integrity in this situation. That's, ooh, accidentally got sunscreen sprayed on me and my skin immediately started burning. I'm so like reactive to sunscreen. Like my skin will look like a very well moisturized alligator. It will go in bumps literally everywhere. And then it will look like it's starting to crack. It got me fucked up, yo. Immediate. That's immediate. Like, So there's a lack of integrity in whatever this is, right? But there's hope. And that hope, I think it's stored within that secondary sun. I don't know what that means, though. The shadow self is in reverse. Shadows are being emptied and brought into the light. The contents are being brought into the light. Someone is thinking of you. I don't know who, but I just heard that. Someone is thinking of you. So gratitude and strength. Your intuition gives you the level of strength that you can be grateful for. Right? Be thankful for yourself, because there's a lot of things there's a lot of things that you've chosen to overcome that you didn't have to overcome. Okay? So be grateful for yourself. Be grateful for the ways in which you're processing your traumas. Don't be grateful for the people who are traumatizing you. Fuck them. Seriously. Fuck them. No, you don't have to be grateful because they're assholes. Seriously. People who go out of their way to create drama in order to traumatize you, they're not growing you. They're not making you stronger. They're fucking assholes. Stop making excuses for them. They're not even asking you to make excuses for them. Oh, they didn't know. Yes, they should have known. Any good person would know that you don't go out of your way to destroy another. Fuck them. For real. Fuck them. But Emmy, I love them. They don't love you, bro. They don't. Because if they did, they wouldn't do that to you. Well, but they don't know me yet. No. It's about basic human respect. It's not about knowing you, not knowing you enough. They don't care. You are not a priority. And when people show you this about them, believe it the first time. Believe it the first time. Why does my husband never do that kind of shit to me? Because, motherfucker, I will believe you the first time. The first time you choose to make me feel like I am irrelevant, that you don't cherish me, I'm good. I believe you. I believe you. No. You don't need another chance. I believe you. You showed me enough. Thank you. Yep. I have very clear expectations. Always show me what I mean to you. And if what I mean to you is nothing, show me that too, so I can make my decisions. Right? Never be so afraid of losing someone that you lose yourself in the process of holding on to something that was never meant to be. It's the reality of things. It's really how it is, where you lose yourself trying to prevent yourself from losing someone else. You don't own them. You don't. You can't guarantee how long someone will be in your life. I talk about my husband not to brag, but to share. I have a very clear understanding and a very clear acceptance that if one day either of us chooses to change our minds about choosing to be with each other, then there will be changes. It's not this like, oh, we're such a perfectly married couple. And yeah, I called him a pumpkin slut the other day because he got the bigger piece of the pumpkin bread. So I called him a pumpkin slut. I was totally joking though. We don't have a fake ass marriage. It's a real thing. It's a real commitment to each other. And as part of that commitment, we have to be able and willing to not play any games and really put effort into the things that we cherish. And if that's not reciprocated, then you don't have what you think you have. Then you don't have what you think you have. That's the reality of it. Okay. So this is not about romantic relationships, though. This is about how there are massive accelerations that are occurring. It's pushing you further and further and further down the line. It's pushing you down the road towards some cataclysmic realization. I said cataclysmic. Let us officially define that. Define cataclysm. Relating to or denoting a violent natural event used to emphasize the extent of something bad or unwelcome. A momentous and violent event marked by overwhelming upheaval and demolition. Now, violence does not necessarily indicate physical violence. Did you know separation is one of the most violent acts you could commit upon a soul, to separate it from its source, to separate it from its mother essence, to separate it from its home, to separate the self and the soul, to separate you from your family? Any type of separation is a form of violence. Yeah. So maybe this is a call for you to begin separating yourself from your previous identity so that you could step into the reality of who you are and what you're here to do, right? A celestial teacher is coming, if not already here. Once that teacher arrives here on this earth plane, Mother Earth, that celestial teacher will guide you towards the realization of how upside down your sacred journey has been. Not to shame you, but to help give you clarity on what needs to be adjusted. I did not say that. You guys, what did I say? What needs to be adjusted, right? That's what I said, right? JUSTED. That's what you heard me say? Y'all back me up on this. I said adjusted. Okay, right. Sochi, I believe you. Okay. Anywho. Anywho. Okay. Anywho. So too much. Going to wear my ass kicking gloves. Man's not hot. I'm gonna wear my little ass kicking gloves, right? I might be too embarrassed to wear this at the gym. I might be too embarrassed. Okay, let me stop. Okay. Let me just I'm gonna just stick it in my ears so there. I can't hear it. I don't want to hear you anymore, Michaela. I don't want to hear you. I feel like you're full of shit right now. I don't know. Just leave me alone. So build up sigil in reverse. I think what this is trying to communicate is I think what this is trying to communicate is that there are things that are being deconstructed within yourself, around you, outside of you, globally right now, right? Um, and it's one of these things that really is going to help to redirect you. With that redirection, you can then enter into a space of Blu-ray awakening, really stepping into this space of allowing, of flowing, right? Have you ever been gaslit by an archangel? Have you? Because this motherfucker's trying to gaslight me right now. I did not say what you are saying I said. You don't even fucking have ears, bro. You don't have ears. I did not say that telepathically either. You're upsetting me. Go away. Go away. Banish, be gone. Leave me, peasant. Fucking peasant. Called you a peasant. Leave me with your peasantry. I ask for absence to allow my heart to grow fonder. Leave me be, leave me in your absence. Take your peasantry with you. He's like, are you serious? What? What you talking about, Ben? Are you talking about the same one that I'm talking about? Let me stop. Natural endings in reverse. This is not something that's going to be ending anytime soon. This is something that is perpetual. It's something that's going to continue to go and go and go and go and go and go, right? But there is something that's trying to get you to co-sign, to agree on ending that, whatever that is. Right? Are you hearing clearly, Ben? Is Marlene trying to talk to you? Because she's been driving me nuts with this whole Daniel thing. I keep asking her, like, Daniel from Alabama? Alabama Daniel? Daniel who? But she never tells like the full on name. She just rambles about Daniel. So reborn from shadow, something is going to be rising up from your shadows, and it's going to be the very thing that's going to really push you into um that's really going to push you into this space of allowing for your knowing to kind of blossom a little bit more. Oh, your archangel's name is David. Hello, David. Hello. Okay, you're not innocent in this. You're not unaware. You know exactly what process you're supposed to be in. Um, you might be willing to comply, you might not. It's fine, but you're not innocent in this, okay? The duality is having having a light shined upon it, and you're beginning to see how you have differing natures about yourself, right? You're beginning to see y'all. If you could just hear the cacophony of sounds of conversation behind me. Y'all know I have ADHD. What the fuck? Talk somewhere else, for real. Somewhere else, not here. Do y'all hear that? So many. Talking, 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 talking. All right. Interference is being run in order to prevent healing, in order to prevent the reclamation of ancestral magic, right? Interference is being run in order to prevent the healing that would allow for the reclamation of ancestral magic. Now, if you fall for it, you're going to fall into a trap. But here's the thing, because I'm telling you what it is. I said what it is. I'm telling you what it is right now, and you're not going to fall for that trap, but you have to pay attention. Okay? A lot has happened since she has died. You know, a new monarch will take the place. New monarch, butterfly. A new sovereign. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Silver lunar dragon bathes you in divine feminine light. Come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your causal chakras. Silver lunar dragon. So that's platinum light, 12D, 12th dimensional. Yin energy, lunar energy, feminine energy. This is mother energy. So this goes hand in hand with the message I received earlier about how a new monarch will come, a new goddess energy, mother is coming home. Just a lot of different messages like that, kind of running rampant right now. Bathes you in divine feminine light. So there's some stuff. Emerald dragon brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Align with your 5th dimensional blueprint. So we're already in the 5D. Okay. This is where we are anchored because we reach critical mass. And so we were anchored in 5D. That's why we are experiencing 4D, where we are seeing a lot of demon horita behaviors, right? Now, the alignment between self and soul needs to occur. Excuse me. The alignment between self and soul definitely need to be allowed to occur. Green dragon helps you tune into the secrets of nature, receive answers and guidance from nature aligned with your divine essence. So scientists have been doing research that has been kind of showing that trees communicate with each other across vast distances using the root systems between them, right? What if I were to tell you that trees can actually communicate globally? It's harder to do for them, but they can globally. So it's this thing of receive answers and guidance from nature. What if regions you once lived in previous lives are communicating with the trees in the region that you live in now in order to give you the information that you're needing? What if? What if? Dude, are we? Hold on. Um all right. Here goes. One. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, shit. I'm not even joking. Mm-hmm. Okay. So here goes. Card number 35, Spirit has a plan. Spirit has a plan. All of our souls have come together with compliance in our core heart. And this plan is going to be allowed to come to fruition. It's a hostile takeover. We're staging an etheric coup d'etat. The powers that be, you're fucked. Why? Because I said so. That's why. We're not going to be debating about it. We're not going to be any of that. You're just fucked. Your time is almost done. Spirit has a plan. Spirit has a plan, and it's going to be allowed to come to fruition. And the powers that be don't have a say in it. Does not have a say in it. Embrace the in between. We have to allow ourselves to embrace this in between. Absolutely fucked beyond all repair. It's a foo bar. We've entered into a foo bar event horizon. Card number 26, Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in between. We're currently in the in between. We're in between the ending of an era, or the beginning. This. Can y'all do me a favor and please report this account repeatedly? I won't be removing it yet. I'll give you guys an opportunity. I don't think drugs or alcohol struggles are anything to joke around about. I don't think that's a funny thing to write. I don't have actually any issues with drugs or alcohol personally, but I think it's very disrespectful for you to come on here just because you lack intelligence to understand the gravity of what I'm saying, and you don't have enough character, personality, or charisma to have a sense of humor to understand that sometimes when the message is too intense, you have to interject it with comedy at some point, right? What I'm trying to say is because you fucking lack intelligence, you fucking cow, you don't get to come here and talk shit involving people who are already struggling with drugs and alcohol. That's not funny. That's not funny. You're a fucking cow of a bitch. You're a bitch of a cow. How about that? How about that? You think I'm gonna be ashamed? Even if I did have a drug problem, I wouldn't hide it. I wouldn't be ashamed of it. I wouldn't be proud of it, but it's not something for me to hide or be ashamed of. It's people like you that create the stigma, that cause people who are already suffering tremendously because of other people like you that cause the addiction issues. It's because of people like you this world fucking sucks. You are like the smegma from the tip of the penis of Satan. You're the throwaway. Okay? Don't get me fucking started on this shit. And I'm not offended for me. I'm offended that you think you can come here and try and make it like a little troll joke about people who are already suffering. You're lucky. My husband says, let it go. He probably already banned your bitch ass. You can find me on Facebook. Comment there. We'll keep this shit going. I will tear you a new fucking asshole because you're so full of bullshit that you need a little bit of help with that impacted bullshit that you carry with you. Anywho. Y'all, let me tell you right now. If you are someone who secretly and very painfully struggles with addiction to any substances, to anything, period, you are welcome here. This can be your safe space. This can be where you know the mama bear of this house will fucking fight for you. And I don't give a shit who it is. You don't have to ask me to fight for you either. I will always protect you. You come here, you are safe here. You don't have to numb your pain here. This is a space where you don't have to hurt. Fuck bitches like that, okay? This is not just a line. I mean it. You are safe here. I will never allow anyone to degrade you because of your pain. Not here, not anywhere near me. You don't have to admit if you're struggling. Just know someone cares about you, that you have a space where you can feel safe. Okay? Fuck people like that, for real. Like I said, I don't have to be an addict. I'm sorry. I don't have to be an addict to have compassion, to be a good person. I've never had a problem with addiction. Does that mean I can't relate to the pain of another human being? No, it does not mean that. Because as someone who's experienced pain to the utmost degree, I will never be okay with people trying to dig into your wound and pour salt into it just because they are a miserable fucking cow. Let me say this. I eat cows. I eat cows. Don't be a fucking cow in front of me. I'll gobble your ass up. Okay? Okay? You want to act like a fucking ripe cow? I will butcher you and cook you up and gobble you. Yeah. You didn't see it going that way, did you? You thought I was just going to be offended for me. Oh, my ego. Oh, my poor ego. I don't give a shit. But you're not going to make the people who are hurting and need to be protected hurt even further by your bullshit. Not when mama's at home. I don't think so. I don't think so. So, I will say it one last time. If you struggle with any type of addiction, don't feel like you have to comment and say anything, share anything you're not comfortable sharing, but just know you are welcome here. You are safe here. And I will never allow someone to further hurt you when you've already hurt so much. Not if I can help it. Okay? Make sure that you stop allowing other people, especially cow people, to affect your sense of who you are. You have intrinsic value, and just because the people in your environment do not have enough evolution within them to understand the gravity of you does not mean no one in this world cares if you're here or not. I care. My community cares. You are a part of my community, and you are absolutely welcome here. I don't care what kind of drugs you're addicted to. I'm not encouraging it, but I'm letting you know I understand why. Okay? I understand why. And I will not shame you for what you are already struggling through. I will, however, offer you a hand out of that if you want it, if you need it, if you're ready for it. And this is how we build a community. Okay? This is how we build a community that can be the very impetus for the change of the whole world. This is how we initiate global change. By standing in our power and not backing down when someone decides to go ahead and continue to exist in a way that was established a long time ago by toxic as fuck other people. No, not here, not in my house. No. Don't make me fucking send the fairies to you. Because I will. Some of them have attitude problems. Act as if. Act as if. Act as if you already feel and know the greatness that you are. Act as if. Okay? Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Sometimes you have to understand that you've given enough. Okay? It's in reverse. Turkeys are feathered bastards. I don't like turkeys. I'll eat them too. I will eat whatever my body tells me to eat. I will eat turkey. I don't like turkeys. They're so fucking aggressive. And they move actually faster than you realize. They're not like they can run. They can chase your ass. And if you don't know, they can fly despite being that big. I've watched turkeys, an entire fucking family unit, fly onto the roof of a 2-story house. Bitches, I don't fucks with turkeys. They crazy. They crazy. Okay? They crazy. I don't fucks with them. Give with gratitude and grace. No. For people who are already embracing being a part of my community, you guys give with gratitude and grace so much, so consistently, that I have to sometimes take a moment to be like, listen, stop giving. Stop. Receive. It's time to receive. It's time to replenish. Stop. Okay? I want what is best for you, not what will further something that's only beneficial for me. Pause. Reassess. Who are you? Where are you within yourself? What do you need right now? Do you need maybe just a helping hand? someone to hold your hand as you steady yourself. That's a powerful form of support. Are you in a space where you've been financially destabilized and you need some help financially? Like, granted, I can't give money to everyone. I don't have the capacity to do that yet. But here's the thing. I do have the capacity to promote things that you're selling. If you make items, that's a good way to go ahead and spread the word about your items. If you make a quality item, you make bracelets, other services that you might offer, start sharing that with people. Just because it's your gift does not mean you should not be compensated for it. This is about really solidifying yourself within your life as we are approaching timeline accelerations and shifts. Okay. You have to allow for yourself to be very stable, to stabilize. The news and all of these other finance channels on YouTube will have you convinced that the entire world is about to implode on financial crisis. There's financial shit going on. Keep your nose to the grindstone. Keep working. Keep going. The last time there was a financial crisis, me as a low income, like right at the poverty level household, we bought our first house with no help from other people. We bought our first house. Okay. Just because the world is trying to convince you that you're supposed to suffer does not mean you are now obligated to suffer like they told you to. You don't have to. There are amazing financial gurus on YouTube, and they'll talk about how it's in times like this that wealth transfers to the people who are mentally prepared to do what needs to be done in order to retrieve wealth. Okay? So, this period is whatever you make it into. Just because you have the mindset to retrieve wealth does not mean it's going to be easy. You still have to put the effort. You still have to learn the knowledge that's necessary to enter into the financial domain. You still need to. But hey, you have time right now. So start looking into it, okay? This and that are true. Yep. Everything I said, truth. Truth. You can absolutely make something of this period. You can absolutely do it. Absolutely. And if you think like, oh, my business is not a necessity, so there's no way it can succeed. When I launched a very successful mobile studio for photography, I was a makeup artist, hairstylist, photographer, post-production editing, wardrobe stylist, all by myself. I made really good income. It's during a recession. Yep. It's during the recession. Newsflash. I don't watch the news, so I didn't realize it was a recession because I just kept living my life. I still kept putting the effort that I needed to put into bringing to life the projects that my heart was set on. You only stress out when you listen to the people who are telling you it's time to stress out, just like they tell you it's time to spend, right? You're always capable of thriving regardless of the environment that you're in. The capacity and the capability, it's there. Okay? The capacity and capability is there. It's just a matter of you applying that capacity and capability, allowing it to happen. Nothing is wasted. Do not waste this opportunity. Do not waste this opportunity. Okay? Think of something. Think of something and make it happen. Put your effort into it. Do what you are so passionate about. Do that. Make that happen. It doesn't even have to be focused on helping other people. You just have to be passionate about it. And I promise you, because of your passion and your drive, you'll see in the way that it unfolds that in the end, it actually does help other people. Right? When I got into the work that I'm doing right now, I didn't think it would help other people. It's like, who the hell wants like psychic stuff? That's crazy. Who wants psychic stuff? That's like such a waste of money. I'm not a waste of money. Can you say that to yourself right now? Can you take a moment? Can we do this together? My business, my services, my time, I am not a waste of money. My businesses, my services, my time, I am not a waste of money. It's when you don't believe in yourself that others won't believe in you too. I know it's backwards, right? It's backwards, but guess what? You're strong enough to go forwards or backwards or sideways. Go in whatever way will get you to where you need to be within yourself. A space of allowing, a space of really, truly allowing yourself to retrieve what is rightfully yours. And this is a period where many of us are going to be retrieving what is rightfully ours. What is rightfully ours? You'll find out. Put effort into it and you'll extra find out. It's part of what your purpose is. It's part of why you're drawn to me. It's part of why you exist. It's part of why we are here as a solid, powerful community. That is what we are. A powerful community. You guys notice? We as a community have been able to establish and accomplish things at a breakneck pace. Do you guys notice that? Together, we are able to launch a nonprofit ministry within, I'd say, like a week. I think a week it was done. Together, we raised the funds that were necessary in 1 hour. It was formed and formalized in 1 week. And this is recognized by the IRS. It's in the IRS code. It is recognized as separate from state. It's recognized. Do you know how long it takes for someone to launch a 501c3? Do you know how long that takes? I've known people who have been in the process of trying to get approved for a 501c3 for about 18 months already. In about a month and a half, I want to say, you guys made it possible for me to relocate the board. Relocating the board. You guys made that possible. And we're not even fully embracing the power of our community yet. I mean, could you imagine? It's only going to amplify from here. Well, how? Why, Emmy? Literally because I said so. Literally. Because I'm not willing to backslide. I'm not willing to back down. I'm not willing to do anything that does not take me further forward in whatever way my soul is encouraging me and forcing me to go. We got this. We got this. We're already doing it. We are already starting that global change. And before you know it, you're going to witness the rise of an esoteric empire. And we as a global people, we're going to return back to the way things were when that esoteric empire once existed. Mark my words. We will go back to the peace and the unity that existed when that empire was intact. The forgotten ones are being remembered already. The forgotten ones are already being remembered. They're already waking from their slumber. They're coming forward. It's only a matter of time. And that's why time is accelerating. They're coming back home. Home, back to us. We are the forgotten ones. It'll happen. It'll happen. It will. Ooh, Queen of Hearts, this is powerful. I heard something while I was reading what you wrote. She says, this is my home, and our village is going to move mountains. Our village is going to be so powerful that mountains won't need to be moved. We'll know how to live with the mountain and on the mountain and everywhere in between. Just because it takes effort to climb up the mountain does not mean we have to move it. When you need greater clarity, you have a mountain to climb so that you can see far into the distance. The mountains are necessary. They are a part of our landscape for a reason. Even with their presence, we will not be stopped. We will not be slowed down. We will continue to go until we get to where we're going, and where is that? Back home to ourselves, back home to the village setting that takes into consideration all of our needs. Right? Right. All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. This is going to be an intense period. You got this, though. Don't worry. You've gotten through so much already. This is no different. You're going to get through this as well. Timelines are accelerating. Shifts are occurring. There's going to probably be some struggles and a few other things going on. That's fine. Roll with it. Lean with it. Rock with it. Roll with it. Whatever you need to do. Okay? So I will see you guys again very, very soon. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Also, I should be here tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We shall see. We shall see. If I am here, hope you join me for church. Bye, everyone.